Hello, welcome to the Oponte Pizza Kitchen. I am Kristina. I am also known as Kiki, and I am going to try a pesto recipe for Rob's Pizza today that is with pistachios instead of mac nuts. And I don't do pine nuts because I'm actually allergic to pine nuts, and I'm kind of really digging the mac nut kind of pesto that we made the past few weeks, but today I really want to try it with pistachios because I am a pistachio lover.
Now, before you proceed, Kristina, what's your preferred macadamia nuts that you buy in the recipe?
My preferred mac nut is actually it's a Hawaiian brand actually, and
Okay.
I can only find it at Natural Grocers here in Colorado. And the reason why I prefer I think it's called Moana Loa. The reason why I prefer the Hawaiian mac nuts is because they are more buttery, fresh, and kind of like crispy tasting. Whereas when I've tried to get them at Trader Joe's and some other bins like bulk, I feel like they're not fresh. They're just kind of stale tasting. They don't have that buttery flavor.
Cool.
So, but today I want to do pistachios and see how it turns out on the pesto pizza. And I actually prefer pesto pizza over the tomato sauce, pepperoni, traditional kind of pizza because I'm really not a person who likes to eat a lot of tomato sauce. It's just something that I feel just much better health-wise if I don't eat a lot of tomato sauce. My joints feel better and I don't have the stomach upset from tomato sauce. And so that's why I really prefer the lighter pesto sauce. So first ingredient that we are going to start with is going to be the fresh basil. And we have these plants that we regularly buy from Sprouts Market so that we can have fresh basil whenever we need it for our recipes. And so I already took some leaves off, and this is probably about maybe a third cup of pesto.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna put this in my little mini food processor bowl here. I don't actually have enough patience to make it the Italian way. Like if I was really an awesome person and making this the real Italian way, I would be like
takes longer, yeah.
grinding this in here, but I just don't have the patience. So I'm going to use my mini food processor. And so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the cover on here, and I'm just going to pulse the leaves just a little bit, just to get a little. They get a little bit chopped, not overly done, but just a little bit. They'll get more pulse later as I add more ingredients. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add some fresh chopped garlic. And I have about 2.5 cloves here.
Okay.
I think I've made it with 3 cloves, but I think that was just a little bit overly done, a little bit too garlicky for my taste. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add my pistachios. Right now I'm starting with maybe about a third a cup of pistachios. These are roasted shelled pistachios. I love the Simple Truth brand.
It's Kroger, yep.
That we get from King Soopers, which some people have that store, I guess, called Kroger.
Yeah.
But I love Simple Truth because they have a little bit more of a they have like a little bit more of a roasted flavor, and they're not like as soggy tasting. Some other brands that I've tried at other stores that you would think would have a really good brands, they just kind of taste like wet and soggy, and I don't like that taste when you're doing pesto. And so I'm going to add that, and I'll pulse these solid ingredients first, and then we'll add a few ingredients a little bit later. So it's still a little bit chunky, so I'm just going to keep going until it's not quite as chunky and crumbly. Check it here with the lid off. That's looking good. It maybe needs to be a little bit more pulse, but this is how it looks right here.
Oh yeah, it looks beautiful. Yep.
And so the next ingredient is going to be some lemon juice. I do not overly do it with lemon juice. I maybe use like half of a teaspoon, if that. I go really easy on lemon juice. And then the next wet ingredient that I'm going to add is going to be some olive oil. And we do the extra virgin olive oil. And this is what brand? The California brand?
No, that's olive oil. That's from Chile. So
Okay.
So we obviously you guys probably heard of that olive oil scam a few years ago where people were making fake extra virgin olive oil. So we try to get the extra virgin olive oils that have been harvested and expelled. So extra virgin olive oil is basically a cold pressed process. So they expel them. They don't cook them, or so. We try to buy the ones that are harvested and processed at the same place. So olive oil is one of them. We like the California olive oil brand that's only from California. The blends are usually not the ones that are very fresh. And then Partanna is another one that's from Sicily. They sell that in Walmart, believe it or not. But those are the three. And then also there's an Italian extra virgin olive oil that they sell in Costco that's excellent, that's harvested and processed in the same locations. It's better to go that route because then you know it's a legit brand of extra virgin olive oil. So yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit of pepper. I would say this is maybe like a
pinch,
like a quarter teaspoon, maybe. And then the next and last ingredient is going to be some salt. And this will be maybe like not even 1/8 a teaspoon, not too much. And the olive oil that I put in there was maybe about a tablespoon. I might add some more because I do want it to be a little bit more spreadable. So we'll see what happens here. Okay, so it looks still a little bit crumbly and chunky, and I'm gonna add some olive oil to make it a little bit more pasty and spreadable so that Robert doesn't have such a hard time spreading it over the pizza. This is really one of the only ways that I regularly enjoy pizza with him, because I especially don't eat red sauce at night because it will keep me awake for hours, and so it just doesn't agree with me that much.
But I love red sauce. It doesn't affect me.
Yeah.
Everybody's different, but yeah, you know, we try to cater to, you know, what works with everybody. So. All right.
So I think it's taking shape pretty nicely.
Well, let's get a good close-up of that.
It needs to be probably a little bit more spreadable, and I think I'm gonna taste it and see if it can stand some lemon juice, but we'll see how it works out. Give it a try here. That's actually really good. I think I like it better than the macadamia nuts.
Oh wow, that's a huge
Yeah, it's very flavorful.
statement. Yeah.
I love the roasted flavor of the nuts, and I think it can stand just a teeny bit more lemon juice, and it is mixed. The last ingredient actually is not the salt. It's actually supposed to be the Parm cheese. So if you wouldn't mind getting me the Parmigiano Reggiano.
Well, I got the Pecorino Romano right here. Second.
Okay, yeah, that's even better.
So we can freshly grate it.
I can really taste the fresh basil in it. It's really rocking my taste buds right now.
Yeah, that's why fresh ingredients is the key here. All right, so here you go.
Okay, and so you said that's Pecorino Romano?
Yes,
Oh,
freshly.
cool. Okay, so I added about another like half teaspoon of olive oil, and so I'm actually. I don't usually use this gizmo like he does, but we'll give this a try. I love Pecorino Romano.
Yeah, it's from the lamb, right?
It's from sheep.
Sheep, yep.
Yeah, and I like it better than Parmesan Reggiano because it has this flavor profile that is more tangy. And I just really like it. And it's in communities across the world that eat Pecorino Romano and cheeses and dairy from sheep or goats. They actually have healthier bones and teeth than other parts of the world. There's a lot of different nutrients that you can get from sheep and goats that you don't get from other dairy products, and it is much less inflammatory than cow's milk as well.
Yeah.
And so this is really my favorite, not only for taste-wise toppings, but also for the sake of not having inflammation in your body and your digestive tract. I really, really love what this does for recipes, especially when you want to add a tang.
So is that the final ingredient?
That is
Okay.
the final ingredient, is the
Pecorino Romano or Parmesan Reggiano. I mean, those all work, yeah.
Yeah, they'll all work, but I'm a big fan
Yeah.
of the Pecorino
Yeah,
Romano.
we love it too. Yeah.
Let's go. Sorry about the noise. Just don't have the patience to do the Italian way. Gonna get a spatula. I'm gonna get this out in a bowl so you can see how wonderful.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Delicious it looks. This will get Robert ready to make my pesto pizza. That's the requirement. He will make me the pizza to my liking if I help him with the pesto sauce.
Yeah, that's teamwork. It's fun though when you're involved and you get to see the fruit of everything, and it makes it more fun, right, Kristina?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Just like you helping me with this video. So
Now he's probably gonna have to thin this out with some olive oil
Yeah.
as he spreads it, but
I did a previous video, and that I'll put on the YouTube page, that shows me spreading the pesto sauce. So
it really is really good. I mean, I'm liking this one better than the
okay,
Mac Nut.
well
So
this is exciting. All right, so is this it?
this is it.
That's the recipe.
It's ready to go.
So we'll see you in the next phase when we go ahead and we're waiting for the tomato sauce to cool down, but we'll be getting ready to make the pizzas. We'll make a New York style pizza and the pesto. You got anything else to say, Kristina?
Ciao for now.
All right, ciao.